Internet, my name is Lave and Happy New Year to you. Now I've already talked about my least favourite films of 2019, so now it's time to talk about my favourite films that I watched in 2019. As ever, there are some films that I haven't seen yet because I live in the UK and a lot of them haven't been released yet. I'm looking at you, Parasite. But there are also films that I have seen but I haven't reviewed, like Marriage Story, which would 100% be on this list, but I haven't reviewed it, so it doesn't qualify. I think that covers everything, so let's just get on with this.
Number 10.
Jojo Rabbit and the Peanut Butter Falcon. Okay, I'm already going to cheat and put 2 in at my number 10 because I really wanted to put both of these films on my list. I think they both deserve to be there. The first being Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit, which has just been released in the UK. It's a satire about Nazi Germany and this kid who adores Adolf Hitler, but it's full of love and warmth and just... oh, it's really funny and amazing. Go and watch it. And also The Peanut Butter Falcon, a Mark Twain-esque story about a kid with autism looking to find his hero, this wrestler, and he joins with this outlaw on the run. It's so sweet and charming and funny, which is why I'm putting both in at my number 10.
Number 9.
Wild Rose. Wild Rose is another film about chasing dreams that doesn't necessarily play out the way you would expect. It's got a powerhouse performance by Jessie Buckley as this troubled Scottish girl who wants to be a country singer but has also got to live up to the responsibilities of being a parent. If you're in the UK and you have Amazon Prime, it's available for you to watch right now and I suggest you do so.
Number 8.
The Irishman. Martin Scorsese returns to the crime mafia mob movie in epic style, this time with an older, wiser, more reflective head on his shoulders. I did have some problems with the de-aging and the epic runtime on my first viewing, but I've seen it twice since from the comfort of my own home and it gets better and better with each viewing. It's a proper modern classic.
Number 7.
Midsummer. Ari Aster's sophomore effort also got criticised for being too long and drawn out, but when a film is this good looking and this well crafted and unsettling and also happens to star my new crush Florence Pugh, I don't care. Essentially, it's a breakup movie about a girl who goes to Sweden to visit a Swedish town which is full of pagan cults. It's weird, it's wonderful, it's audacious. It's my number 7.
Number 6.
Knives Out. Rian Johnson's latest somehow made the whodunit formula feel fresh and exciting while still paying respect to the genre. His writing is so sharp and on point in this. Add to that a stellar cast and it all equals the funniest film I think I saw this year.
Number 5.
Avengers Endgame. Of course, Avengers Endgame was going to be on this list. Even though we know that the MCU isn't done with by a long shot, this film still managed to have a sense of closure to it, especially with regards to certain characters. It didn't quite have the same impact as Infinity War did on me, but it still was an amazing cinematic experience, which is why it's my number 5.
Number 4.
Joker. Todd Phillips' reimagining of the Batman villain has been criticised for being derivative of Taxi Driver, but you know what? If you're going to steal from the best. Joaquin Phoenix is on Oscar-worthy form here in a film that properly left me speechless. I walked out and I was like, whoa.
Number 3.
Monos. I'll be honest, I didn't know too much about this one going into it from Alejandro Landes. All you need to know is that it's Lord of the Flies meets Apocalypse Now. It's destructively beautiful, mesmerising. It's an amazing film. If you get the chance to check it, do so.
Number 2.
The Lighthouse. Robert Eggers follows up The Witch with another mesmerising, funny at times but also disturbing horror mystery about 2 guys looking after a lighthouse on a remote island in the 19th century. His control over his craft is just spectacular. The cast is also amazing in Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. I saw this on the same day that I saw Joker, and on both occasions I walked out of the screening going, wow, yeah, that was a good day.
Number 1.
The best cinematic experience I had in 2019 has to go to Apollo 11, the documentary about the moon landing. Now, there are plenty of other documentaries out there about the moon landing and Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, but none have quite managed to capture it in terms of the way that you experience it and live through it at that time. I don't think this film is going to have quite the same effect if you're watching it at home on your TV or computer screen. I watched this in an IMAX and it was an amazing cinematic experience, and that's what this list is all about, cinematic experiences, and this was my favourite of the year. So there we have it, my favourite films of 2019. Again, objectively, not the best films of the year, they were just my personal favourites. I have to give honourable mentions to I Lost My Body, Toy Story 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Ford v Ferrari. All films that I loved, but I couldn't quite get on this list. I also have to give a shout out to Michael's face for guessing that Apollo 11 would be on this, and also Aaron at the movies who guessed that the Lighthouse would be up there. I think he thought it would be my number 1. It was my number 2, but close enough. But let me know what your thoughts are, and thanks to everyone who's watched my videos this past year. I hope you have an amazing 2020, and I'll see you in the next review.
Subscribe.